So we have a 40 horsepower fan that generally ventilates the place. This is our new pipe. So we'll have a 4-inch air line, and we have a water in, water out 2-inch line, and here's our 600 volt cable. This is our northernmost sampling, and it's quite pinch and swell, so we're maybe 30 centimeters at the fattest, and it pinches down to nothing. But we can follow that along, coming along here down low and up in the back, and we'll just follow that along. You'll see how it lines up. Certainly on maps we can draw it, and you can see it lines up quite well. So we're now starting to decline. The start of the ramp goes uphill a little bit to make sure any rainwater does not come in here. It just keeps it a little bit drier. And now we'll start dropping at 15%. We're slashed out here to about a little bit more than 4 meters by 3 meters. And give us a good little bit so that when this is blown up and full, we're not driving by and snagging it. So here's the second exposure as we're going down to the south. And you can see the veins up 1 meter to 1.5 meters along the back. It's got lovely pink alteration with it. It's got minor tension fractures cutting across it in places. And it goes along quite nicely just on the footwall side along here. And that is some of the ice that's left over. There's not really enough back above us to mine this, to develop a stope, but look at the pink alteration here on this side. It's just very strong, very unusual in the area, and that's characteristic of this mineralization. That's all albite and hematite, so potassic alteration. So we have samples of this. We'll wait for results another 4 or 6 weeks. But this is the beginning of, okay, they know the veins there, let's get some depth to us. So this is really just a hard drive to get deeper. There's no mineralization that we expect to see. And this is the end of our services. From here we use the rubber hoses and extensions to the drills. And the last few meters here are just the old workings. So you can see it's quite a bit narrower here. This was used with just a 1.5 yard scoop, but it was quite more of an exploration than anything else, not developed for production. That's the north stope there that says keep out. Okay. And this is where it ramps off and continues on down to the south. And it gets very frosty down here. So pretty much, except for when we're blowing warm air in here, there's ice on the walls. We're in permafrost. So you'll see it's very dry. There's no water dripping at any point. And this is the north stope that we were able to get into the vein. So we've got about 10 meters above us here, about 2 meters wide. And it's a total of 25 meters from that end of the stope to that end of the stope. There's quartz vein at that end of the stope, but because they stopped mining it, it was probably pretty low grade, but we have samples of that. There's little veins that go into the footwall. This one I haven't sampled. This one I did, and I saw visible gold in this one down here. And at the very south end, it's a very nice, it's small, but a very nice looking vein. I could get up there to get samples, which is the ideal spot, because another 7 meters beyond that is the west stope, where just the west stope did 12,000 tons at 1 ounce per ton. You can see the veins about 0.5 meter wide at this end. It's about 30 centimeters wide at that end. And what they mined was obviously the gravy. Okay, this is where we're going to go. So we will slash the west wall here and continue driving where they have. But that gives us an extra 30 meters. This is not on any of the plans that were delivered to us.
But this is such good ground here, like, it's hard to break. This is how it breaks. It blocks.
Just like Discovery Mine,